All right, gamers, howdy, welcome to Returners Hideout number 310 of the Dreamweaver. We are back. It is Wednesday. How are you all doing this week, dude? Hope everybody is doing well. We've got some fine rounds of Final Fantasy TCG to have here. We got 3 rounds for you tonight. All kinds of gamers, including a newcomer. Always love to see it. Mr. Tyler Ray with the buy round 1. But I see Tyler start porting in chat already. Thank you so much, brother. GG Easy indeed with the Prime Submarino. Thank you, King. Appreciate your support as always. One of the OGs right there, folks. One of the OGs. A1 day 1. All right, let's go ahead and pop a little octagon open. In Final Fantasy 11 here, we're farming in the desert, dude. We're just killing a couple big super camels. You know how it is. Leveling a ninja a little bit. Let's see what we can see. So I got table 1 Kurt versus Logan, their new guy. We got Logan Palmer versus Brian C at table 3. I think I gotta go there. That could be finals, depending on the week, man. Let's go look at a little, see Lou at a little table 3. Still no new starters here, unfortunately. We are still waiting for the new starter cards to get put into Octagon. Hopefully we'll have them soon, but we are still kind of cooking with the recent meta here. And we are doing our thing. Argonite, hello, welcome to stream. RBX Sire, howdy, good day. Catching us right at the start today, bright and early. Do I play any FF14? I mean, I have. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy 14. I've played the main story in every expansion. I played the alpha of 1.0. So yeah, I've played a lot of Final Fantasy 14 over the years, I suppose. But I don't really play it anymore. I prefer Final Fantasy 11. I'm a sick man like that, dude. I'm a freak. Alright, let's go ahead and get some names on the screen. Oh, this is the wrong names. There we go. And let's go ahead. Player 1 on the left is Mr. Logan on the bottom here. Logan Palmer. Looks like he is playing a Water Earth deck. Drag this up a little bit here so you guys can see what's going on. And on the other side of the table, it looks like a it looks like ice, earth, and fire. Maybe it's like prime stuff going on, but I see a Guido going to hand. Like, what is happening over here, dude? I'm here for it. Brian is cooking, dude. Let me get Brian here. Here's my note for missing last week. All right, hold on. Let's make sure it's good, dude. Let's get the principal out here. Let's evaluate it. Far too busy at work. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fair. That makes sense. I know, not a reasonable excuse. It is a reasonable excuse, for sure. Being busy at work, sometimes you just swamp, man. And I know for sure, sometimes having something on like this, I can't concentrate. I know myself. I need to put myself in a little hole and just, like, get it done, you know? Mr. Nick Schnell, oh, the absolute legend. Brother, thank you so much. How are you doing, man? I hope you're well. I missed with the Bosch search. He got some Earth card, I'm sure. Wonderful. Oh, that's good to hear, man. I'm doing great. I'm doing just great. Things are swell. Is he playing the 3CP Cecil self-damage deck? He just might be. I don't know, because I'll tell you what, I don't know what he's playing right now. Looks like we got a realm coming out on the bottom. Oh, so this is, I wasn't sure what kind of earth water this would be, but this actually looks like this is a monsters deck, and this is playing lands. So both of these guys are doing some very interesting stuff here. Looks like the 3CP ice one. Oh, the legend. I'll tell you what, if you're telling me that there's a weird, spicy Final Fantasy IV thing going on, yeah, that's probably what Brian's trying tonight. There's a weirdo Cecil deck? Yeah, that's probably what he's up to. I'd love to see that. It sounds cool. Hopefully we'll get to see the man himself make his appearance soon. Don't mind me as I finish a little dinner here, chat, as always, you know, just me being rude to you guys. You know I'm busy because you didn't even see me swinging my sword. You didn't see me doing shit in Final Fantasy XI when the stream started. I'm just standing there. Little fettuccine alfredo tonight? Anybody in chat fuck with a nice fettuccine alfredo? Alright, 3 CP Ice Cecil? Alright, I'm on the lookout. Oh, here he is. When Cecil enters the field, discard 1 card. When Cecil enters the field, you may receive a point of damage. When you do, choose 2 characters, dull and freeze them. Then he's got an S. Deals 10,000 to all 4 his opponent controls, and he deals you another point of damage. So you can only do that once. Well, I mean, you might have ways to do that more than once here. Damn, he's still got it. That's right. Finger on the pulse, finger on the push, dude. That's Nick Snow. Staying hot and ready. So he doesn't have to get hot and ready. Alright, well, on the other side of the table, we've got a lot of monsters. In fact, so many monsters, we're actually able to trigger Realm's second auto ability there, and we're able to return the Guido back to hand, which feels pretty bad for a guy like Guido who's trying to stick that on the table like a kind of like some kind of cool artifact, you know, and gain those counters over time to give you that card advantage later. Instead, it's like, Guido, how about you just go back home? Get out of here, turtle. Get out of here, old man. Why don't you go have another pizza? Alright. We're almost done with dinner. We'll put a pin in it for now. Alright, so once you get to those 5 monsters, it's cool because Realm starts to get that extra ability. Sometimes you're playing against a deck where you don't really want to return their guys to hand, but Guido is a perfect candidate for something like that. What we do next turn, though, we follow up with the old Ifrit from Brian. Gonna drop Ifrit on the table. Attack, kill the Realm when he first comes in, and then attack of the Mira is going to block that one. Oh, I put the names in and then I didn't click the button. There you go. Had steak and roasted vegetables last night. You channeling your best American cookout style? Nothing like a nice grilled New York strip, dude. Hell yeah. Hank Hill would be proud. Look, man, I'm simple. Give me my steak and potatoes, dude. Woo! All day, every day. Alright. So Ifrit is cooked 2 forwards, but they were little baby forwards, you know. Realm got plenty of value. She already, first of all, she got a Tomos and a Flan online, so she comes down for 5 CP, discards a card from the opponent's hand, gives us back 2 extra CP. Then every turn since, we've been getting that 2 CP back with the Tomos. Thanks, buddy. Right? Then, to top things off, Realm removes the Guido from play. Realm really powerlifting here, getting so much value. And then getting removed by Ifrit, and I'm telling you, Ifrit costing 7, dude. Like, and he has to come down and kill the Realm who's already done all that stuff, it doesn't feel great. So we're able to just kind of really set up and solidify our position. So I'm interested in seeing what Brian's going to do. I mean, apparently, you know, he's got this cool combo potential in the deck that's trying to self-damage, and it's got cool things it's doing with the Cecil, and I'd like to see some of that. But we see basically on the second turn of the game, my man already had 2 of the new Cecils in his discard pile, so might be a minute before we see something like that, unless he's got it right now, or he's gonna play something and go look for it. Latiro's already in play. Oh my goodness, Leo coming out of the damage. Yeah, it's the thing that's nice for Brian here is Ifrit is such a nice card to have just sticking in play. He's going to be removing something every turn. He has the S ability, so we can park another Ifrit in our hand, and we're able to just blast our opponent if they animate something like a Tomos here, because we did put him to 3 damage. So we have to assume that he's going to very happily animate a Tomos and attack to try to get 4 free CP after playing something in main 1. If we put him to 3 and then we had the Ifrit special in hand, we're kind of baiting that Atomos activation so that we can kill it. I love that. And hopefully that's the situation Brian's in. Now, if you're Logan, though, you see, you know, you smell that coming from a mile away. You know, he's not an idiot. He put me to 3. So I think, you know, if you're Logan, you don't go too crazy in main 1 here with spending your CP to get that refund, since the refund is certainly not guaranteed. A Leo of our own here. Yeah, Leo is a really good card to make sure you're not wasting that CP, right? Because he's a complete neutral play. And then we're going to threaten the attack with the Tomos here. See if there's a Amaterasu or an Ifrit or something. There isn't. We're going to get that CP back completely free, Leo. Oh, no, he's saying hold up. Okay, yeah, there is going to be something. I assumed that they were in voice chat or something. He did it so fast. I assume he had already gotten a verbal clearance. Yeah, you definitely got to give him a chance to respond to that. He does have the Clive. Of course, he's going to use the S. Folks, I was just gabbing and gabbing into my muted microphone. Well, sometimes it's how it happens, you know? I try to mute it so you guys don't hear me eating. Alright. So, it's really interesting to see the Mira zombie stuff, right? Because you have the Mira who is able to chump block the Ifrit attack. Then, she uses herself to sacrifice, make it so a zombie can't be broken for the rest of the turn. Then zombie can just, you know, make sure nothing else ever gets through. So it's this really, really cool 1-2 punch here. And the combo is done with a 1 CP forward and a 2 CP monster that kind of can get recurred. So it's really, really neat that this little combo is strong enough to completely stuff this 7 CP bomb that's turning sideways on the other side of the table. And then what we're going to need from Logan here is just some way to scoot these blockers out of the way. Then we can turn everything sideways. I mean, the Flan, the 3 zombies, Mira, and Leo all are attackers. Which of the Fens sure gets us there. You know, Marlboro, sack the Marlboro, finish off the other 2 guys. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, we got Old Man Mott coming out here, so he's going to give everybody Brave. No, but it doesn't really matter, right? Because without something to deal with the Mira combo, we're not able to choose one of these zombies and remove it in response to Mira making them undestroyable, because indestructible, because we don't have a way to interact with the monster, right? It's not a forward at that time. So one of the strong things about that is that you basically make the zombie indestructible while it's most difficult for it to be interacted with. Then you turn it into a forward and, you know, you're just chilling. So we're going to do it again. We're going to block with Mira. We're going to use Mira on a zombie. And we're going to play a Wicked Mask. Yeah, Wicked Mask is a back attack character that redirects a summon, but I don't think you're going to be dealing with any summons here. Back attack could have been interesting to hold in hand, but you know, mostly just because I think it's neat. I'll tell you what, folks, it's finally starting to get like a little bit fall type weather around here. I mean, look, to me, fall is supposed to like start in September and like leaves change, it gets cold and crunchy. I'm just used to the 4 seasons being very distinct living in the Northeast. Now I live down here, dude. It's basically been summer until about this week. Now it's just finally starting to change over here in old North Carolina. Starting to get the colored leaves and everything like that, and starting to feel like fall just in time, dude. We got Halloween coming up in 2 days. Anybody doing anything fun? Any Halloween parties? Has anybody got any kind of like fun ass costume that they're gonna be wearing this year for Halloween, or a clever costume you're gonna be wearing for a party or something like that? I bet somebody's doing something fun. We're doing the Monster Mash right now. I'll tell you what. Maybe this is actually Logan's Halloween themed deck, dude. The Monster Mash. It's a graveyard smash. I mean, he is using the monsters from the graveyard and everything here. Got some fur paint and painting my cat up like Red 13. I mean, that's pretty good. What are you gonna be? What color are you gonna paint your fur? Boy, now we got Go-Go on the field too? Hell yeah. We're going to start doing a little double dipsy. We really are... Oh, there's Hippocampus. I was going to say, we're just desperate for Witch of the Fens at this point, but we did get to the Hippocampus, so now we've got Go-Go Hippocampus combo online, which means we have the ability to double that action ability. Looks like we are trying to use Ifrit Special to cook the Go-Go. We're going to respond by activating Hippocampus, which is going to trigger Go-Go's auto ability to copy that action ability. This is where we would want to have, if we have an Amaterasu or something on deck, it's time to use it. Otherwise, that Hippocampus double is going to resolve, and we're going to just clear the board, man. This is exactly the win condition. This is the path to victory that Logan was looking for. And there it is, the Amaterasu. Now, Logan, I mean, maybe, no, he's got one card in hand. He can't do it. I was going to say, he's playing a yellow deck. Mist Dragon, question mark? No, we're going to go ahead and Amaterasu the Go-Go. Now, I do think there's still a lot going on here, okay? So we Amaterasu Go-Go, sure. Go-Go dies. Then we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 still. So it's still 7k to the board off the Hippocampus activation. Then we attack with one of our forwards and use Malbro's ability, sack it, put it into the break zone, which will -3 the board. So that'll be 10 across, and that should kill everything except the Wicked Mask, who's not a forward. I believe you can just animate him. Yeah, he just becomes a forward with 6,000 power when you use the action ability. So certainly here, a zombie is about to animate, turn sideways. Malbro is going to cash in. We're going to wipe the board, and then we are going to connect for a few points of damage here. Now, maybe we're Amaterasuing. Oh, well, no, Go-Go died, and I was gonna say, yeah, the Hippocampus. Yeah, 7k cleave is the action ability. So the Leo is definitely dead. Good night, sweet prince. Now the attack, and we get to use Malboro the long way here instead of Witch of the Fens into the break zone. We're going to straight up. We're going to straight up attack to activate him, and then we can get rid of the Ifrit and the Mott. Hopefully we see it here. Where's Cecil? Yeah. Well, unfortunately, 2 Cecils went to the discard pile real early. Remember, we saw that when we were peeking through the discard pile. I mean, sometimes, you hate to see it, but... So we didn't bother cashing in the Malboro. We just kind of let him keep everybody here. I'm surprised. Mott attacks, Ifrit attacks. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I mean, we have the one Malboro. We saving it for something? We would have killed Ifrit and the Mott, right? It would have been... It was a 7k cleave. 3k from the Marlboro. And no pumps, I don't think. Oh, Mr. Brett, good evening. Good evening, good evening. Oh, seeing I missed another YouTube comment earlier saying you gotta have a Kuja on the table to be able to scoot aside the invincible zombie. Yes, it's a great call. Having some kind of interaction that you can do at instant speed in between that zombie getting animated and it declaring that block is really key. So now we are going to play Jill. Looks like we're going to try to do something to Hippocampus here. We're saying he's not a forward right now. So he's like, just kidding. Remember, Hippocampus doesn't become a forward perpetually. He just becomes a forward for the rest of the turn after you activate his ability. Brian taking that one back, being like, maybe I'll take this, do this a different way. Maybe was hoping to kill the Hippocampus there. I mean, rightfully so, right? Because as long as this Hippocampus sits on the table, the Hippocampus and the Marlboro is a full board wipe. Double Hippocampus, like Hippocampus Go-Go is a full board wipe. It's not looking great. I mean, it's a really scary thing to leave on the table with this many characters in play. Yeah, it's real scary, boss. Yeah, they did miss that line for the Kuji stuff, yeah. Or maybe don't have Kuja in the break? But I probably do. I know this is a known deck, I think, at this point. Alright, so we got to untap. Hippocampus is still here and live. I know he may look like he's not in play because he's on top of the Limit Break deck over there doing his best Leo impression. But he is, in fact, he's still here doing his thing. Oh, FFTCG live with the Subarino. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Well, we finally got to the Witch of the Fens. In fact, we put the Witch of the Fens on the table, and Brian typed "ew" in chat. And I think if we didn't already have a disgusting board position, the Witch of the Fens seals the deal here. We're gonna be able to convert. Oh my goodness, we've got the flans for days. We've got the the ammo is off the chain here. Gonna attack with flan. Looks like maybe we're going to. We're just gonna block with Mott on that one. Interesting. We didn't just decide to like kill everything before we let him block. Which of the Fens on the Marlboro? Okay. Now, why wouldn't you do that on the Ifrit to kill it and then win? Oh, it still doesn't win combat for you, right? Because this guy's what? How big is he? A 3k? But yeah, okay. So you'll shoot that and he'll die. Ifrit will have a minus 3k power. Yeah, because like we could have like Hippocampus and stuff and witched. There are like so many ways we could have done this where he doesn't have any blockers at all, right? Bump bop doo doo doo. Shigga da bubba da bam. Under the big pizza or whatever. Under the rotting pizza. Booty booty dee booty boo. Well, things are looking pretty terrifying here for Brian. Brian's got no board. He finally lost everything to Witch of the Fens, who, by the way, is still on the table, as is Hippocampos, as are 3 zombies, 2 of these other flans. We gotta just start turning these guys sideways and hitting our opponent for damage. No, we just seem to be letting them play some more guys now. Victoria coming down to shoot the Witch of the Fens. There's some interesting selections here. Bow. Bow now. Boo-da boo-dee. Captain Collie, dude, with the 4 months. Thank you so much for the Prime, dude. I appreciate it. This is very kind of you. Welcome. We're here at the round 1. Pretty much getting near the end of it. We've got 8 minutes left in the round. We are watching Logan versus Brian here on a real barn burner territory. We've got Ice, Earth, Cecil, damagey kind of stuff where we've never seen Cecil doing any of this stuff, versus a Ice, Earth, Water monsters deck doing Hippocampus, Go-Go, all that good stuff. It's very, very fun to see. So yeah, I don't really know. So short of a limit break Shantota, which of course is the first limit break we flipped over, and we've used plenty of our limit break, or a Neo X Death potentially, right? I don't really know what Brian's out is here to things being this out of control. However, if he does have a Netty Spaghetti and just drops the old Neo X Death, that's gonna be very, very strong here. Alright, so we're starting to come in here. Finally starting to turn our guys sideways. Flan 1, Flan 2, Zombie. Then we got another Zombie, and then Hippocampus activation. So we wanted to be very, very careful. We wanted to wait until we had them for sure. And we took our time, and we did it very meticulously. But I do think we probably could have pushed and had this game a turn or two earlier. I don't know that Brian really had a lot that he could have done, and we had the way to wipe his board so many times over so many turns. But you know what? We didn't take any risks, and here we are by the cross the finish line. Campbell's turning sideways for that 7th point of damage. Unless Brian's got something right now. He's doing something. We're Mateusing to kill the dull forward. Do we have a response? Do we have a Mist Dragon? Do we have something like that from Logan? Oh no, Logan. There's no way Logan left himself open to just the clapback here, right? Surely Logan has something to play, or two somethings to play. No shot. No shot. We're about to take this L. The Mateus. Okay, yeah, Witch of the Fens will make sure we don't take an L. Okay, never mind. We're good, we're good, we're good. We were overreacting a little bit there. Witch of the Fens is like, don't worry. I'm gonna lock it down right now. We're gonna lock this shit down right now. No muss, no fuss. What in Oblivion is going on here? They've opened the gates. They've thrown wide the gates. We've got an Ice Earth Final Fantasy IV Cecily thing kind of going on up here, and then on the other side of the table, we're looking at monsters, Water, Ice, Earth monsters doing like the old, you know the one, doing the old Hippocampos go-go combo. Alright, and yeah, we are going to try to dull freeze everything with Jill. We're going to cancel that with Leviathan. Do we have a Mist Dragon for the Leviathan? Because that would be pretty sick. Or are we just going to get away with it here? It looks like we're going to get away with it, even though if we did have the Mist Dragon, then we can just respond by sacking the monsters to get rid of forwards on the other side of the table here from Brian, although it would have been a pretty rough spot for Logan, so he's very lucky that's not how that shook out. Have we seen Zodiac from the Monsters player? No, I don't believe so. Could be interesting. He's got 8 cards left in his deck and 2 cards in his hand, though, so I mean, if he's got... we will be seeing it immediately if he does have it. It's about that time. Oh, a little bit down, skill do I bow, skibby dee, bro, skibba da bow. Classic. Around a wow, bam, bam, around now. Do do do, bow, bam, skibba da boom. It does cool things with Go-Go. It sure does, dude. If Clive can prime, he gets there. I mean, potentially. We can witch. Oh shit, dude. We've got the Giga Freeze. Hold on, dude. We might be in some real danger. Might be in some real danger. I think there were, you know, man, there were just a couple turns where I feel like we could have pushed some free damage. I think we were a little scared of putting him to a damage threshold or hitting EX or something. We got it all lined up so that we could just perfectly do it. And then, of course, he had something by the time we went for that kill turn. And now it's slipping away. It's slipping through our fingers. It's slipping. Time keeps slipping away. Oh man, I'm telling you, this is it's not looking so good. Everybody's frozen. We have 3 monsters to shoot people with. We're gonna attack with Witch. Victoria's gonna block. We're gonna use a flan to shrink it. That is technically a way that we get the kill. Also, I like the clever well, they're not frozen like this anymore, right? They were frozen last turn once we went to our active phase. Unless he, like, refroze them somehow. But we did play the Mott anyway, so that they don't dull. I'll just play around a little cheeky Mateus. Well, cheeky Mateus, and that's 750. So gonna go ahead and tell these guys it's time in the round. Although I think they're gonna probably reach that resolution. Still gonna have to give them a little encouragement, dude. What are we doing to Shiva here? We Thursdays defend with Shiva, buff it with Tiro, shoot it with the witch. Yeah, clear out all the monsters. We got one flan left. One flan left. Alright, so we were able to get through that turn, dude, and we were worried for Logan, but Logan was like, guys, come on, I can handle myself. He has weathered the storm, and now Brian is kind of a little bit out of gas. 3 cards in hand, no limit break deck left. A little late in the game here. We've got Witch of the Fens on the table. Not that she only has 1 bullet. She's not the most threatening thing in the world, but it's threatening enough, man. Threatening enough that it's hard for you to play anything that's not just going to get cleared next turn, and that we can't just attack over with the board as it is right now. And of course we did call turns on those guys. Alright, where are they at? This is still turn 0. We're really thinking it. Oh no, this isn't turn 0. I typed turn 0 last turn, so this is turn 1. Brian's first of his last 2 turns here. He does finally get the Cecil, dude. Cecil Gamers rise up, although unfortunately he's at 6 damage. Is he just killing himself? Oh no, he put himself to the 6 damage with this. That's pretty funny. Wait. Oh, you may receive 1 point of damage. My bad. Sorry. I was like, what the hell, man? He should be dead. He should be dead. He should be dead. Not coming in. We don't have anything left, man. We got a fucking Tiro that can pump. Witch is gonna shoot the thing with Flan when we do it. Then we're gonna turn everybody sideways, man. GG's. Defend with Cecil. Uses Tiro. We both use our own Tiros. I use Tiro. I use Tiro. Okay, well then I'll do the thing. You know. Alright, anyway. Let's punch in some results, shall we? Kurt 7-4, table 1. Table 2, Greg 7-5 over Gabe. And looks like GG. Oh, I can't math either. I should have done my other play. Damn. Oh, it looks like Brian is maybe had a Clive he thinks he could have done. Instead, he just has a Torgal, which means the colors don't matter, which is cool. And he does maybe have one Ifrit left in the deck. He's still digging for it here. Cool to see, though. Logan getting this one 7-5. Close game. Close game. Monsters moving on. So we don't know what anybody else is up to tonight. We don't know what other people are playing. Go ahead and get pairings up for the next round. Players. Pairings are up for round 2. Time will begin at 8 o'clock. And will be called at 8:40. Players may begin when ready. Alright, pairings are up, folks. Oh, Nick's enjoying the remix tonight, dude. I think this one's pretty good, man. They've got some very interesting takes on some of the classic 7 beats, dude. Alright, guys, we're getting the next game up. People are getting ready right now. I'm going to put the pairing next round screen on and tables maybe instead. I'll be right back. I need to re-up my beverage. Little Debbie last seen in a limousine. Alright, we're back. What's going on, everybody? Wow, I'm throwing controllers on the floor. Tushiro 92 with the sub. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for the prime. Very kind of you to support. Oh boy. Here's the channel where we throw our controllers on the floor and we drop things. Alright. We are back. We are back. Let's go ahead and dive into round 2. We've got Tyler Ray versus Kurt Richter at table 1. I think that's where we'll go, dude. 2 longtime friends of the stream. Let's see what's cooking at table 1. A little Tyler versus Kurt. Looks like they're ready. A little knuckle cuck room is up. Let's pull it up. Let's get going. Ooh. All right, here we go. Dragoons from Kurt. We got the Goon Squad, although this is not the start Dragoons is normally looking for, although it looks like we are going to find an answer to Snow. On the other side of the table, Squall, Girl Who Forgot Her Name, Snow, Shulk. This looks like an ice waft deck, an ice water waft deck. Very cool. See World of Final Fantasy getting some time here from Mr. Tyler. Very interested to see how this deck operates. This very powerful ice-water combination in the new Undead Princess and the Limit Break Refia, who is actually a World of Final Fantasy card. Very neat synergy there. Interested to see what else is going on under the hood here. And this color combination for WoW. There's just so many of these guys that have come out like slowly over time. Like we've got this Squall from Opus 21. If you have two or more WoF characters, when he attacks, your opponent discards a card. Hello. Then we've got the Snow. If there's two or more WoF characters, he has haste, and when he attacks, he dual freezes a character. And a lot of these guys, they also kind of characters on them, which is huge because, you know, we've already got the Girl Who Forgot Her Name on the back line, which means they're pretty much good to go as soon as they enter the field. So we are going to attack with the Snow, who of course we have those characters out, so he's going to dull freeze the Freya. Now this is cool. So we talked about this Refia just earlier. Now here's this Refia is from Opus 26, right? I believe. And this card has, when she enters the field, choose a category WoF order 3 or less, other than light or dark, and the break zone, play it onto the field. What is the WoF light or dark card? Is there one right now? Maybe. Maybe I'm just not thinking of it. Play it on the field. Then we've got the Snow here, who gets that haste as soon as he comes in off of her. So you play the Refia, you get the Snow out of the discard pile, boom, he's on the table, and then he can immediately dull freeze his Freya, because otherwise Freya kills something every single time she attacks. Now she does still have access to the S ability, but we're hoping that that's a little expensive for Kurt when he's got his backup, only the one backup, very few cards in hand. We're actually keeping the backup frozen with the Cellas entering here and really making things a little awkward for Kurt, because it does have that one lightning CP cost in the Dragon's Crest S ability, and we're unable to use that efficiently if we don't have that one CP. We're gonna have to pitch a card and have a Freya, which basically means it would take our entire turn away right now to do so. So you see, of course, we are not doing that if we even had it to do. Snow attacking, keeping the Freya locked down. This is a Leo, or are we going to... Yep, there it is. Oh boy, from a mile away, huh? Leo coming down, just putting another guy on the board and saying, like, look, I can scoot your blockers. I have Sergei's in my limit break deck. He's not on the table. Snow can dull freeze a guy when he attacks. Like, you are in danger, dude. I have Sergei's and Kuja and Snow. 4 attackers. You have 3 damage left to take. Clock is now ticking here, dude. It is ticking indeed. I did not put their names on the screen. It's my bad. I will put them up so they can get a little credit where due, even though the game will be over here. I believe momentarily, no offense to Kurt, I just think he's in a really tough position here. He's going to need a reset, and the form of the resets from Dragoons look like Cherry Blossom, which he can't do. This Freya using her S ability multiple times is going to be very difficult for him to afford right now. And or the Opus 12 Dragoon getting some kills and kind of stabilizing for you, or like or you being able to sit and hide behind a big first strike or a big 2-drop guy. But because he's an ice deck, he can move those big efficient blockers. And yeah, I just think this is not a great game for Dragoons from the beginning, and it's only getting harder for him. Here comes Kane. Kane, one of the best cards in Dragoons, really one of the reasons to play the deck. Has that limit break reduction, his cost reduction on his actual CP cost, based on if you have Dragoons in play, so he becomes a nice cheap kind of Kusith type effect. He can get back any forward from your discard pile and add it to your hand. And then he actually just has that relevant body, dude. I mean, my man is a what, 8k first strike? Yeah, 8k first strike natural. A natty 8k first strike. So yeah, I mean, we've got the Kane with first strike down. Arne is hopefully making him big, and we're just like, I guess, you know, like, hope he can't move it. I mean, ideally there's a Freya, and you know, there's certainly a lightning card in hand. We were able to at least kill. It's probably got to be the snow at this point, but we're at least able to kill the guy who's locking down our removal. Your Tyler here, I mean, you start your turn pretty much by scooting the blockers out of the way. No, we're actually going right into the attack phase. Kurt has a reaction here. He's going to use Freya's S ability to kill snow in prep. This is why it's very interesting to me that the first thing we did wasn't like Sergei's or Kuja to dull the first strike Cade. But by just assuming he had nothing for our snow, and of course he did, now we don't get any attacks in this turn. We could have actually pushed some pretty good attacks. Now instead we just have to play Squall and pass. So I think we could have probably played that a little bit better, hedging around him having something in his hand, especially considering it's an S ability. So S ability is relatively easy to predict since they're sitting there on the table in clearer view for you, you know. Using a Rickard here, looking at the top cards of the deck, adding a Dragoon to hand, unfortunately not finding another Freya, which is what he really wanted to see. Maybe he's got another one in hand, I don't know. We're going to attack with the Freya. We're going to kill the Squall. I'm starting to slowly pick apart the board of Tyler here. Again, I think if Tyler had just taken a little bit of a different line last turn by either playing Kuja or Sergei's before the attack step, and not just assuming we could rely on the snow to be the thing that moved the big blocker, we could have put a lot more pressure on him even last turn and kept things in an awkward spot here for Kurt. Alright. Axstar coming down. Very interesting. Like, just straight up. Yeah, wow, we discarded... we did discard a fire card to play it. Yeah, we're gonna dull freeze our opponent's entire board there. Our Leo, of course, is not gonna get frozen. Yeah, taking it very slow here. Putting Kurt on another 2-turn clock, or another 1-turn clock, I guess, here. But again, it's very fragile, right? Because we froze 2 of our own forwards. So the Axstar and the Leo are the only things that can attack, so being able to deal with either of those is going to open another line here for Kurt. Although again, I mean, I know that I keep saying it and then Kurt keeps being in this game still, but it really is, he is up a creek, man, and it's going to take a miracle to see this one through. And then the Arnea died to the Axstar ability, that's right. Oh, well, we got another Arnea now. She'll kill the Axstar when she comes in. And Leo, huh? 3 or less, 5 or less, yeah. She's just gonna kill both of the potential attackers. The other two things are frozen thanks to our own fucking Axstar. The Arnea does have haste and she's coming in for damage 4. Oh my god, dude, is Kurt's really gonna Kurt about to flip this one on its head, man, because of our own Axstar foibles here. Did we really have to do this Axstar, man? Again, what's on our limit break deck? Couldn't we have done a Kuja or a Serges or something to just move the big fat dummy out of the way? We do have a Snow who has that haste. When he attacks, we will get the Dull Freeze, but there's 2 different annoying First Strikers and a Freya that kills guys on attack here to deal with. We're going to attack and we're going to freeze the Freya, pass the turn over to our opponent, but leaving our belly wide open? I don't know, man. We've got only 3 points of damage left that we can take. 2 attackers I'm looking at right now. Quattro Queen is going to come down and she's not going to do a damn fucking thing because we don't have a monster of 2 or less in the break zone to play. Again, shocked that this is not just a Serges freezing one of these 2 cards instead, right? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Oh, are we out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're out of limit break because we used Refia, Victoria, and Leo. Sorry, this is a 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have no limit break left, is why we're not using any limit break. I mean, that's why we're not just scooting a guy with one of those 2. It's why we're not freezing a guy down with the one right now. We can't, unfortunately. So yeah, I mean, that's my bad, guys. Sorry, I didn't realize we were out of LB. We have somewhere we played a Leo along the way. Quattro Queen, man. Cloud is gonna come down. He's gonna break Snow. Goodness. What a weirdly close game, man. Let's see the top deck Lena special, attack with a forward, hold priority, Lena special, Axstar, Dull Freeze all the blockers, GG. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You guys know that line? The old surprise Axstar. Oh, dying a little bit. No, it is going to just be an undead princess, unfortunately, here. I mean, good card. It says, gain a crystal and your opponent discards a card. We don't have the Shantoto, or maybe if we did, we don't have a way to pay for it here right now. Man. Alright. Attacking from Kurt here. Freya kills Quattro Queen. We take a point of damage, and it is the Rain. Of course, anybody who played the old WAF deck when it first became a big thing will remember this Lawn and Rain. Rain here gets cheaper for every WAF character. And wow, wouldn't you know it? We sure have a lot of WAF characters. Yeah. She actually can be 0 as well. And then she gives other WAF forwards haste. Very cool card for the archetype. Unfortunately, is an expensive card with an auto ability that has 8,000 power. Can still be very strong though. Can still be very strong. I mean, like a card like Realm still sees play, right? Because if the thing that you do when you get it through an Amaterasu is strong enough, it is worth. Oh. Alright, sorry, I had to answer a question for somebody. We're back. This game is somehow still going, dude. Both these guys hanging on by the skin of their teeth. However, Tyler out of forwards, but opponent all the forwards sideways, only one card in hand. If Tyler finds his way to one of those snows or those hasty cards, he just has it here. However, if he does not find his way to exactly that, I think he's about to get steamrolled by Kurt. Kurt even saying in chat here, not gonna lie, this one was kinda wild. Gotta agree with Kurt on that one. This has been a really fun game to watch back and forth. I think there were times we thought it was over for both of these guys multiple times. It just shows that you can't count someone out, man. You gotta just hang in there. It's why we play the games, right? Any given Sunday type shit. And Tyler saying, yeah, I wish he had seen Rain, dude. And giving that one to Kurt saying, you got it. Yeah, very, very cool game here. I thought WAF was going to get there. Even then, more WAF cards, Lightning, Cloud. Like they said, all these random guys come out over time. They're kind of innocuous. Then all of a sudden you realize, like, oh, there's a ton of WAF characters. And putting them all together in this deck, very interesting to see. But Kurt is going to get this one. So this is 7-6 for Kurt. And let me click the results tab because it looks like I've got table 3 as well. 7-4 Logan over Gabe. Which means it's Greg versus Logan Palmer. Greg is in the monster labyrinth. Let's see what we can see here. Table 2. Okay, closing this game. Should populate this one. Oh! Greg is playing Sky Pirates, and he is playing the mono wind leaning variant of Sky Pirates. Also, it looks like the Ash is already on the table, and that makes the Hippocampus stuff really awkward. Very cool. Let's see how this one shakes out, but I think, as you can see, both of the players having a big wide board and being at 0 damage, this one's a little bit complicated. A little bit complicated. Guys, hope everybody's having a good one. Hope everybody is ready to have a happy holiday with Halloween coming up this week, and I hope that some people are doing some fun shit, going to some kind of costume party, doing something weird. Me, I'll be using my bat trick staff and wearing pumpkin heads and Final Fantasy 11, I'm sure, something like that, you know. That's about as far as we'll go. But for you all, I hope a wonderful spooky time, especially if that's what you're into. I know for some people this is like their favorite holiday, their favorite time of year. Alright, man, Witch of the Fence is coming down. She says, I heard there was something going on. I heard there was a little action over here. Let me get in on this action, dude. And this is about to be a hell of a turn. We've got to navigate this Hippocampus action ability. We've got the Ash action abilities. We've got this fucking Witch of the Fence. Dude, I feel like I just need to step away and come back after they sort all this out, dude. This is going to be absolute wild turn. Oh, they're going to be thinking this one through, chat. If you need to go refill your drink, like, now's the time. Boy, oh boy, this is gonna be a thinker. Pew. You picked stuff up for the trick-or-treaters but forgot that you won't be home for the kiddos. Well, two things. One, hopefully that's good news because you're going to be out having fun somewhere doing something fun. But two, you can just do the old bowl outside, you know? Like, yeah, there's gonna be a couple bad actors or whatever, but for the most part, you know, stick the bowl out there with a little note, take one please, you know, and come home to an empty bowl. I guess alternatively, if you're a real candy hog, you know, oops, look what just happened by accident, and you get to keep all the candy, you know. But personally, I mean, candy's okay. I like candy sometimes, but I don't go nuts for like a fucking bag of candy anymore, dude. So, like, you know, I wouldn't hate it if the candy I bought for Halloween was all taken. My daughter put spooky spiders on the front screen door last night and it scared the shit out of me this morning when I left to go to work. Oh, dude, yeah, the old surprise spooky spider decoration, like multiple large spiders as soon as you open the fucking door. That's too good, man. Hey, look, 'tis the season, right? For a little fright. For a little spook, okay? I bet if you tell her that, you go... But you frame it in a cutesy way, dude, right? You're like, oh, your spiders were so scary. Dad, you scared Dad on the way out the door this morning. Spooky, scary decorations were so scary. Only picked up a single bag of the candy medley, dude. Hey, well, you know what? Then cheers, brother. For my Snickers to your Reese's, cheers. What have they even got in the medley these days anyway? We got like what? We got a Mr. Goodbar. He's always sneaking his way in there somehow. We got like, it's like Kit Kat. Okay, yeah. Kit Kat. Snickers or Hershey. Yeah, okay. Mr. Goodbar. What the fuck? Who invited Mr. Goodbar? Give me all the almonds and mounds, dude. Give me that coconut shit. This is like the one time a year that those candies are also in like circulation. It's got Snickers, Skittles, M&M's, and Three Musketeers. I kind of dig you've got like a real variety going on there. There's like some salty, crunchy. There's some sweet, chewy. There's some, you know, you got the Skittles and the M&Ms, but you also got the like candy bars. You got a little nougat action. Okay, okay. That sounds like a pretty good mix. Alright, looks like these guys are still trying to navigate this fucking crazy-ass board, so we'll keep talking about our Halloween candy. No, I mean, you know, Lunafreya, looking at the top few, we're gonna get the Mira. We were resolving Mira twice now, Mira coming in again. Basically, she's on the table, but we get to Lunafreya and Mira, so then we get to look at the top 5, add another monster to our hand. Gabranth is going to be using Sentence on Mira, encouraging our opponent actually to play another one. Mira is going to be sacking herself to give somebody indestructible until the end of the turn. So he's hitting him with this Gabranth sentence right now, and he's basically saying, I'm going to kill the Mira, where you have to pitch a card from hand to replay it, right? The backups are both tapped. So either we're going to go into the turn where, there is a Mira that can make a guy invincible, or where we've like swept that mine already. So by using this S ability here, and it being really inefficient for Logan to run out another Mira, we're hoping to sweep that mine for a turn, and it looks like we did successfully get away with that. Logan saying he will still pass. Greg also missing an Emperor trigger. Greg, tisk warning, -1 DKP. -1 DKP. We're keeping track. Oh man, Horizon 11 gamers. I know it's not really, probably like none of you tuned in to stream right now. But we have the Rebase beta out right now, dude. The Rebase is done. It's in beta test. You can play it. You can download and play it. It's real. The Rebase is complete, which means the very next step is TOAU testing and implementation. I am so excited, dude. It looks like this testing phase will be pretty compressed, and it looks like it's gonna be done in like a month. So then that means they move to TOAU testing, man. I'm really excited. Anyway, for everybody who doesn't speak Final Fantasy 11, basically new, more exciting, fun, new content stuff, always fun. I get to play my favorite job again. My favorite job is Corsair, for anybody who is curioso. Followed quickly by Dragoon. Alright. So here we are on a board that gets wider and wider. Wider and wider, baby. And I think the Ash is kind of this perfect foil to what's going on the other side of the table. We have these damage base removals, everything except Witch of the Fence, right? So the Hippocampus. And we're just able to prevent that all with the Ash. So it just needs to be Witch of the Fence that takes these guys out. They're just big, chunky cards. So like, Witch really needs Marlboro. Anything short of Witch and Marlboro is just not enough. And, you know, the board gets wider and wider. Ash helps everything stay in play. Balthier says we can just reactivate everything if you're trying to do any of that dull freeze cheekiness. You can reactivate everything so easily. It's like, it's just like a joke. Plus, Ace came down, cleaved, and he's sticking, so we're like adding a card to our hand every turn. Yeah, I mean, we were able to push that turn with every single person just attacking with Brave, because Bosch is crazy when you have an established board. It's gonna take a lot for Logan to get himself to wriggle himself out of this position, especially considering I see Limit Break Shantoto sitting over there on the side. We don't have a wipe, we don't have a reset. I don't think, I mean, maybe he's, you know, there's maybe a Neo X death in there. I don't think we've seen it. but a maybe potential alleged Ned. Also look at a 7 CP Shantoto. Literally winking at him from the top of his damage pile. Giving him like a fucking it's me. Activating Animus. Man, this is a backup that's got a lot of text on it. Sure has a lot of text on it. What does Animus do, you say? Oh, well, I'm so glad you asked. It has 2 different abilities. There he is, the cheeky little guy. You see, he can put himself in the break zone and search for a monster of 2 or less and play it on the field. But he also has this cute little damage 3 if you happen to play him late, where he can search for a monster as well and add to your hand. He's just all about animating monsters, dude. We got monsters on the other side of the table too, dude. It is the monster mash. It is a graveyard mash or bash or whatever the fuck it is. Oh boy, there's Go-Go. So we're going to try the Go-Go Hippo thing, I guess. Do we have another action ability to cancel or to copy instead? We have like a Marlboro? That would be sick. Reaction to the Atomos trigger, Greg is saying. Oh. Show me the Alexander on the Hippocampus. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, he's a psychic. Alexander on the Hippocampus. Hippocampus is going to activate by dulling Flan, Leo, and the Go-Go can't attack this turn either. What's the third thing we dulled? What's the third thing we dulled? Oh, it's almost, sorry. How much damage is it total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Currently 8, so it's 4K. Well, yeah, so it's 4K, and then there's a Go-Go thing here happening too, right? So it's just, you can just go like -2 to all of your forwards, and then pitch a Skypire from your hand, and -2 to all your forwards again. But he's just gonna say, oh, okay. Pinello will take -4. Logan says no one saw the line, rip. Which one, dude? He just takes the damage. Yeah. The fact it's like, oh, dull, I'll just make these guys not take the damage, then he probably has a Skypire from hand, he can pitch, it reactivates these. Things just aren't looking good. Things aren't looking good. Alright. Well, Sky Pirate's moving on here. And let's go ahead and get that punched in. On the old Weberoo. So that's Greg taking that one. 7 to 0. Sky Pirates is so much fun, dude. It really is. Like I love any of the decks where I get to tap all my dudes to do shit just because you have so much stuff to do all the time. But like, it is actually wild how much action it has all the time. Like, Balthier is insane. Ash is insane. Bosch is insane. Pinello's pretty good. Lars is cracked. Like, these cards are wild. They're very good. And they feel very fun to play. Also, I love Ryoma Ito's art style, so you get to play the whole Ryoma Ito like suite of cards here, which is always nice. Plus, we got more Sky Pirates coming, folks. We've got more Sky Pirates coming. You see that new Vaughn? Sheesh. Dude, I'm excited for these new Sky Pirates, man. I'm excited for these new Sky Pirates, man. Alright. We've got pairings for the final round. They're going up for the players. Let's go to the old... Preparing the next round, folks. Where's my little box? There it is. Text cover. The new Pinello, dude. I know, dude. I love these new Sky Pirates. I'm here for it. I'm here for the Sky Pirates. Alright, let's get these guys their pairings. Dude, dude, the 14 stuff is kind of wild too, like Rainbow 14. But the thing that's cool is we're already doing Rainbow 14 with the 12. We were already doing Rainbow 14 stuff with Hien, making everybody pop off. So now you just put all these Rainbow 14 guys into this 12 deck, and you get all these other cool cards that like pop off for all the colors. I think it's really neat. I think it's gonna be cool. It's not Scions, but it definitely is like its own thing. And they are like more generically good too in different ways. Alright. Pairing. Let's see. Time will start at 8:45 and will be called at, you know it, 9:25. Final round. Okay. Boom. Alright, final snake. Greg versus Kurt. We get to see Sky Pirates versus Dragoons. What a fun little job matchup that we get to have here, huh? Oh, cute little matchup, eh? Really wish that they would extend continental qualification to include the entire year, not just crammed into a few months. So first of all, absolutely I agree. For your region especially, stuff is crazy for you guys. But for us, even for the down season, or the down season, I just said because I read Tyler said that. The off season for this game, if you're not playing in Worlds, is literally from October through March. Kind of crazy. hoping that we get some details about winter events this year soon. I got nothing to tell you guys. I got no information. I'm waiting to hear some information myself, because if it's going to be us, that's great. I can't wait to start planning it and telling everybody about it. If it's not going to be us, that's cool. I want to know about it so that I can just start planning something for our guys to do, and we can host something in the area. Anyway, so because I can't just sit here on my laurels until April 2025, 26. Oh my goodness, time flies. Yeah, half the year is off season, so don't love that at all. I agree with you guys, absolutely. I would love to be playing more games, seeing these faces more times throughout the year. One thing that is cool though is this year there were so many events and so many LQs and stuff. I did feel like the event season this year felt longer. So like I felt like I went to more events and I got more out of the season this year, a lot more out of the season this year than I got last year. And maybe part of that is just what I was willing to travel to and do myself. But it did feel like a really good season. It was a really fun season of cards. I'm really excited for next year. It seems like the trend has been only better recently, so knock on wood or something. Anyway, let's dive into our finals, guys. They've been there for 5 minutes. I'm sorry, we've been talking. They already knew that they were going to have to play each other, and I'll tell you, with Dragoons, it might already be going pretty fast, so we'll see. Oh no, they didn't go too quick there. Thankfully, we have time to get into the table here. So let's go ahead and pull open tonight's finals. Kurt versus not Tyler, goodness, that was the last round. Kurt versus Greg. Sorry, Tyler. Although, Tyler, I did love your deck. Alright, so we've got on the left here, on the bottom rather, that is going to be Greg. And then on top, in the blue corner, we've got Kurt with the Dragoons, the Fighting Polygon team. We've got an Aranea first again. Kurt really liking to start with these forwards like low to the ground and just turning sideways, man. Let's go ahead and get the names up there for you guys, okay? So this Aranea, she does just enter the field, reveal the top card of the deck, and if it's a lightning card, you add it to your hand. Sounds an awful lot like a certain spoiler that the RBA Returners got to reveal this set, the Arden card that is coming out, who also reveals the top card of your deck if it's lightning added to your hand. I think this Aranea and him might start to see some play in a really heavy EX burst lightning deck that just takes advantage of being mono lightning. It'd be cool to see. But otherwise, she's of course always a Dragoon, so she's always at home here in this deck. She does have the beautiful damage to your ability where all the drop Dragoon forwards you control get plus 2,000 power, but she also just is like an EX plus a card. Like, she's got the right name, she's easy to play, to increase your Dragoon count, and just helps you get to the next card, to the next card, the next card. You want things that just help you get to those best Dragoons, to the Freyas, to the Alices. In a deck that doesn't really have any kind of tutoring, that doesn't dilute the Dragoon count in the deck, a card that is a Dragoon that helps enable all of those Dragoon count things, but also helps you get to the next card is really, really good. Greg having a great setup here, getting Vieira and Class 8th Moogle down, so he's got the Earth CP on lock. The cool thing about this version of Sky Pirates is that it does play mostly like a mono-wind deck. Very few Earth-only cards like you see Gabrant here. Mostly the cards are dual element or simply just wind. That allows us to play things like Fina, and there's probably 3 Finas in this deck that let us cancel auto abilities of our opponent's cards by discarding them from hand as long as we have 4 or more wind backups in play, which of course we are likely to have since all of the backups are wind. But we have the Earth anyway, so it's cool to see that kind of stuff working out, and I love decks like that. I love backups like these. Dude, you know what we are overdue for? We are overdue for some dual backups, folks, right? Come on. It's been so long. Give us like the reverse elements, or give us something like another card like Philo. Philo is such a cool fucking card because Philo makes herself and the other Sky Pirates tap for those 2 colors, but she makes Vaughn tap for 3 colors. What a cool card. I would love to see a few more of those types of things. I think backups like those really, really open up creative deck building in a really cool way, where a lot of old things are suddenly like viable in a new way. It smooths packages together that really had never had a nice connection before. I don't know, man. I love that kind of stuff. I'd love to see more backups like that. That's the kind of shit I'm into, man. Tyler's saying his deck is getting there, dude. It's fun as hell when you get to Refia into rain and just blast them with hasters, dude. Yeah, so anyway, I started blasting. It did seem like it could be really fast, and like it normally had a lot of ways to scoot guys out of the way. And I apologize if you go and watch back. I was saying a couple things where I was like, oh man, come on, where's this, like, why doesn't he just Surge Ace the thing out of the way? Why doesn't he just Kuja the thing out of the way? But you were already at a limit break. I didn't even realize. Sometimes forget that rain is a limit break and a limit break 2 at that. I call myself out on it later in the thing. Alright, we're tapping, we're playing, is this going to be Fran here? It would be nice. We've got the Earth backup, Fran into a free card. Yep, sure is, Fran. So when she enters the field, trigger, play a a Final Fantasy 12 character, rather, of 4 or less onto the field. Well, I've got just the guy. It's going to be Kites, playing a backup for free. Kites, of course, is going to look at the top 3 cards, and he's going to add a win card among them to our hand. It would have been really funny to hit the Fina. We may already have a Fina in our hand, but it just would have been like the absolute chef's kiss. Like Fran plays the 4th back of its Kites, and Kites puts the Fina into hand. Wave goodbye to Bosch with me, everybody. Goodbye, Bosch. We're gonna see him later. Unfortunately, he would have really liked to have joined the party here at this point in time, but he is not able to be retrieved by this Kites. Kites is going to say, see you later, buddy. I don't know who you are. You took everything from me. Alright, kicking it back over to Kurt. Boom! Enters the end phase, activates the Kites. Oops, we forgot to do that because it was a 12 character. Yes, good call. Good one, good catch there. Hopefully those guys, are they in voice chat and they got that with each other? I love that if they did. They are, dude. 10 points for Kurt. 10 points for Gryffindor. Maybe he wasn't the one who caught that, but it seemed like it. Alright, well, we have the Alice now. We reveal the top card of our deck, and when you know it, it was a Barbara. So it is a Dragoon. Kurt now with 7 in the grip. I mean, what would feel really good here is you just play the Opus 12 Dragoon, reveal 4 Dragoons, kill the Freya, turn 2 things sideways, hold on to a bunch of cards, you know? I think I like that line a lot. Yep, there he is, Opus 12 Dragoon. This guy is an all-star, dude. Revealing 4 Dragoons from our hand on the Fran. Do we have a Fina here? Do we care? Fran dies, and now we are going to clear the goal line for 2 damage here. Put those cards back in your hand there, Kurt. Yep, there you go. Now, he does have the Barbara, and it could go crazier here, but I like the idea of holding on to it, keeping a big 5-card hand, and then just having this threat, right? Because there's like so many hasters in the deck that like sitting at this exact spot right here is terrifying, honestly, even though you're only presenting 2 forwards. And if your opponent does do something to stop because it's so scary, and because of that respect that they need to be showing what you're doing right now, then guess what? You have plenty of cards to recover because you hardly committed anything here. Yeah, man, let me tell you guys, Dragoons was not a deck that I thought I was going to end up testing for Nats, and then I ended up testing a lot of Dragoons for Nats. Dragoons, of the 3 decks I brought to consider playing for Nats, one of them was Dragoons, dude. It just didn't overlap with any of the other stuff I was doing, and it really has a lot of like potential to just kill people out of nowhere. It has a lot of action on its backup line. It's easy to get set up with it, I feel. And it just can be really, really scary, man. Like, out of nowhere. The new Freya, the new Dragoon backup, and the Kane Limit Break card are all really, really strong cards. Kane Limit Break is godsend, dude. Alright, so we've got the Fran coming back down. She's going to play a Balthier, who is going to start to ping somebody off. Now, this is interesting. We probably just kill the Arnea because she's a 3k and it does 3k on the pig. Also, like, all this other card is right now is a 7k, like a vanilla 7k, and if we do kill it, we give him the opportunity to do something like play it. Oh wow, we are going to go for the Dreamweaver. I mean, because my man can, he's going to be super happy to limit break Kane this Dragoon back and then play it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying, folks? Alright, folks, my water's empty. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. My water's empty. Alright, I'm back. What did I miss? Oh, I missed a bunch. Okay. Oh, Barbara. I'm gonna turn this off for a second. Go back through time. Plays Fran, plays Balthier, plays Ash, Bajar Wu. Alright, so we killed both of them. Pass the turn over to Kurt. And Kurt has a pretty rough turn, looks like. He's gonna get a Rickard to hand. Already has Rickards in play though. Pitches the Freya. And Rickard plays Cloud Limit Break to try to kill the Fran. It does work. We then play Barbara, which is very interesting to me. I'm pretty much caught up. Well, not Hideout. I guess Hideout is... Drink that drink. Oh, thank you, brother. Cheers, King. Dude. Water's just fucking tasty, dude. What is going on, Decahedron? Good to see you. Welcome to stream. Welcome to Wednesday night. We are in the finals. Greg here playing Sky Pirates versus Kurt playing Dragoons tonight. There's a 500 gil option for spoiler hits. I forgot to turn it off again. I did already drop my spoiler. It was the Lightning Arden, but thank you. You are a consummate gentleman. And I will be addressing that right now. Alright, here's the same joke I make every time. My hint about the spoiler is that my spoiler was Arden. You can go back 2 streams to see it. And my hint is, watch my stream from 2 weeks ago. Big hint. It's a huge hint. It's gonna get you there. Alright. Power-ups and channel points. If I reveal it 130 times, will you legally be required to reveal the whole set to me? Brother, I don't have anything. I don't have anything. I got nothing for you. I got nothing for you. Alright, I fixed it. Thank you. I appreciate you. And now I have to give Nick back his money because he's working on mod. Oh, let's see. Rejected, dude. Complete all. Look at that. Okay, cool. Done. You're gonna miss out your chance to get mod or a VIP. Is Nick not already a VIP, dude? He's literally got a founder badge. He's like he's literally got a first badge, dude. He's like one of the most important Ps. You know how you know Nick is one of the OGs, dude? Because I know that Nick was tuning in before it was possible for you to subscribe to me. That's right. OG, dude. He's been here the whole time. My man is baked into the woodwork. I think Nick actually played in the secret number 0 tournament. That was me testing the idea with friends. However, he has been chasing mod for a while. He started to win a couple pretty big predictions back in the day, and I started to get worried about how many channel points he was accruing, dude. I don't know if I can see it somewhere. I've never looked. I'm sure I can. I'm actually, the more I think about it, almost certain I should be able to see how many points everybody has, but yeah, I don't know. May or may not have had 930,000 points and lost 400,000 on bets. YOLO, dude. Yeah, Decahedron, I know, man, for sure. You've been here since March. It's BFA. That's Opus 11. That was in 2000. and 20 because guess what? That was a COVID set. Okay, Opus 11, the pre-release was in literally right when COVID started, 2008. Nah, man, 2020. Opus 11 was 6 months long because it was the set that happened when COVID first hit. So how about that? We've been here for five years together, man. Thank you. Played your first game on stream, dude. Hell yeah. Trial by fire. I'm sure we were nice to you. Usually pretty nice. Man, dude, we were back in the bedroom at my parents' house, man. We've come a long way, chat. Together. Alright. Kurt, you know what the recipe calls for. A little cherry blossom. The problem is, we really have had a couple turns where earlier when we had the early pressure, he kind of rebuked it. Then we could have done a little bit, we could have certainly done a little bit of building, but I just don't think we had the cards. We just don't have the cards. If he had been able to play some of these backups. So the real strength in Dragoons comes from them having these really, really good backups that all have pretty strong action abilities. Like the one of the things about the Dragoon deck is you'll be sitting there later in the game and all 5 of your backups have like a relevant action ability. There are very few decks that have that kind of action on their backups. Plus the fact that the backups are in play is really providing you these huge dividends for all the Dragoon count abilities, like the fact that Cherry Blossom is going to clear their board is most of the time due to the fact that you have so many Dragoon backups in play, and that's what makes it hard for them to interact with it and to stop it from being so effective. So in these last 2 games, we saw Kurt get away with it last game, but it was a really crazy one. That one could have gone either way. This time we see the aggressive early approach again, and he does get the Alice the turn after, but then struggles a little bit to follow up with additional backups. Has a turn or two where he might have had the time to build and could have like played it out a little further. But unfortunately, I think just kind of had a turn where it seemed like he was discarding like another Ricard, another Freya, the wrong Freya, right? The S fodder Freya, and was just playing like Barbara out and some of these like interesting kind of I hope this sticks type of plays, which is not the spot you want to be. You want to be kind of building around the plan, the big kill turn. Now that the Ash is on the table, the Cherry Blossom is just not really going to be as effective. So I think I just said that, oh, that's what it's time for, but not really. It's time for the hasted spot removal guys like the Opus 11 Dragoon, like this Aranea. Oh, it looks like somebody was reminding, Kurt was either remembering or he was being reminded that they forgot the Alice reveal. I remember testing at your house once? Really? You must have been up and staying over for something. Maybe we had an event at All-in-One, or maybe... Was that the time that my parents... Were you in the car when we drove with, like, Chris? And we went to the city? I don't know, maybe not. That when we took the train into New York for the Uncommons, I think that was Curtis and Chris. You definitely met my parents briefly. Yeah, well, they're good folks. We love our parents, folks. Yes, we do. Dryad coming in here. Gonna go ahead and target the Aranea. It's a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 big curse Splat, dude. I'm telling you, man, this card, every time I see this card, I'm like re-impressed by this card. This does so much damage. It feels like it should be 1,000 or something like that. It just is so strong. Like the rate on that is crazy. Dragoon coming in. And we're flipping that last point of damage because we just don't have it. So, it goes to Greg with Sky Pirates this week. Congratulations to Greg. Now, I mean, you know, this is exactly like if we had this kind of backup line a couple turns earlier, we might have been in the position where we could go toe-to-toe with things like the Ash, with the Balthier. It just starts to get really difficult when the deck feels like it's kind of running out of gas that early, unfortunately, for Kurt and the Goons. But very cool to see. Anyway, that last game was pretty wild. This game, another one that had like a little bit of an unfortunate start for him. The Alice almost gets him there. But the Sky Pirates are just so strong. Greg saying that he was taking the Sky Pirates out for the first time this week, and it seems like he really enjoyed them. It's a really fun deck. If you haven't given this deck a chance, I recommend putting it together. Also considering this next set coming out, guys, has a lot of Sky Pirates in it. Some version of this deck or something similar to it or adjacent to it is going to definitely be seeing play next set. So familiarize yourself with some of these cards because I think you're going to be seeing a lot of them. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in this week. That's it for us. We will see you next time, next Wednesday. Goodness, we're getting into November already. I hope everybody has a happy Halloween. Oh, it looks like we will be together on Remember, the 5th of November next time we meet. And yeah, we're probably looking at putting together one fun week here soon before the next set comes out. And, you know, we're maybe going to put together a couple other interesting or fun different weeks or events during the off season because like you guys were talking about earlier, like you highlighted, it's a little bit like kind of deflating. There's not everybody wants to come out and jam. We haven't had as many people playing, haven't had as many people watching. You got to do something a little bit different, kind of get people excited. We do have, of course, shout out to Brett. Always, it's right here next to me, Brett. I've got this box of Gunslinger in the Abyss. We got to have a win-a-box tournament because Brett has put this into the pool for you guys. So I've got a box of Gunslinger in the Abyss to give away. We're going to have to put together something, do it on a weekend or something like that, not a Wednesday night where we all have work or whatever in the morning. But anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. We'll be back next week. You know, same bad time, same bad channel. Congratulations again to Greg for taking it this week with Sky Pirates. We will see you next time. Bye-bye. Toodles. Ta-ta.